What's up, everyone? Made Biker here. Let's talk a little bit about Season 8, Diablo 4, my feelings about it. I've been asked a lot. I will say both positive and some negative here. So, the positive is I really like the fact that I'm seeing multiple GA pieces drop, even out of Helltide chest, which I think is great. I think it was necessary, it was needed. I like the fact that uh, the bosses, they've redone some of those boss fights. I mean, Lilith, a lot of them have been redone. They took away the safe zones that we used to stand in against the wall for Gogori. They've done some changes, and I'm glad to see that. I like the fact that the bosses have been made a little more difficult. However, saying that, well, now you can't kill them in the first phase, well, the way they did some of that, and making them untouchable, basically, they're not vulnerable at all. They have a non-vulnerable phase that not really sure that's very fair. I'm not sure I like that, but I mean, it is what it is, and that's fine. They added some new bosses, which the boss fights were fun, very fun. I personally like the new journey screen. I know some people really don't like it. It just took me a while to get used to it, but I like it. I will say probably the thing that I like the least in season 8 is the apparitions. I think they have boss power apparitions all over the map. They're just, for me, they are just not fun. They are just so boring, such a chore to do. I really wish, I was hoping they were going to find something that was fun. When I left the partner program, I saw that they weren't going to be very fun. If you like them, that's great. I really get bored doing them. They're very boring, in my opinion. What else do I mean, honestly, that's about it. I like the fact that they, some people said, oh, they really slowed the pace of the game down. Well, did they? Because if you're a casual player, and I've been playing very casually, maybe 13 hours, 14 hours in, I've been playing pretty slow, and I'm still leveling 10 levels an hour. So I don't think leveling has been slowed down as much as they painted it was going to be. Where they did slow it down is they slowed down boss fights, just because, like I said, they gave the bosses a phase where they're pretty much untouchable for a moment, which, again, I don't know if I really have a likeness for that, but it did slow the fights down. I mean, I like the fact that the bosses are tougher, but I think without still no end game content, that's where I'm struggling with the game still. There's still nowhere to strive. I mean, you look at Last Epoch, you strive to get to Monolith, get your corruption up. Look at Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, you're striving to get to the maps. Look at Grim Dawn, you're striving to get to the Shattered Realms. This game, what are you striving to get to? I mean, you're striving to go kill the bosses, what, hundreds and thousands of times like we've done in the past. I think the boss powers are they're okay. It's interesting. I do believe that boss powers being what they're saying the next few seasons are going to be about is going to get, not boss powers, but powers in general. I feel like is going to get pretty old, in the same way that we used to make fun of them for how many different ways can you recolor Helltide. I think we may get to that point with powers as well, but let's see what happens. Anyway, I know a lot of you wanted to know my take on this season. I don't dislike it, and I can't say I really like it. Am I having fun? Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, only because I am a big Diablo fan to begin with, and I've always said this game is good for coming in when my brain is fried and I don't want to think about anything else, and I just want to come in and mindlessly have fun. That's what this game is great for. You know, and I think that it still has that ability. And I know, you know, a lot of casual players I think are a little bit upset right now because they feel like it's slowed down. They feel like it's a struggle to get to Torment 4. Well, when I left the partner program, they were saying that their goal, the developers were saying their goal was 10% of the players would make it to Torment 4. I can tell you just from what I'm seeing that that's already not true. I'm seeing more players. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of players get to Torment 4 that are not hardcore players. But I will say that if the casual player feels like it's too rough for them, I feel their pain. I get it. I do believe that that was one of the things they were trying to do was make it a little bit more difficult for not just casual players but for everyone. But I can't say that it's accomplished that goal. I mean, to me, it's still Diablo 4. It's still a pretty easy, fun game. There's elements to this season that I really don't like, as I said, but it is what it is. Welcome to Diablo 4, right? You know, I've been involved in every single season, and every single season has something that I don't like. Some more than others. So that's my take. Hopefully it's been something that may help you make your decision on do you want to spend your time here. I can tell you that I left Last Epoch to come to this game because my viewers asked me to. I'm glad that I did, but this game doesn't have that fun factor with this season. I don't think that's calling me back. You know what I mean? It's whereas a Last Epoch is. So, you know, put that into perspective. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that things are going well for you, and I'll see you very soon. My streaming this week is going to be real crazy. I've got a lot going on this week, so it's going to be probably more a lot of afternoon or PM streams this week. And until then, guys, take care, be safe, and I'll see you soon.